We are in the last week of the regular season. Welcome to week 14. Behind me is the current standings. As you can see, 5 spots in the playoffs have been locked up. Briggs, Pouchon, Cal, Rob, and Rag. And 3 people have been eliminated, which means there's still a decent chunk of us fighting for those last 2 spots. It's sad that we're already almost done with the regular season. I got a couple weeks left, but this is basically the last thing keeping me involved in the football season. I'm a Commies fan. I've lost all hope. I just want a good draft pick. You can't see behind me, but I'm actively betting on and watching early December NBA games. So maybe the midseason tournament worked, or maybe I just stopped caring about NFL because my team's ass. But my fantasy team is not ass. I have a winning record. I'm going to get into the fucking playoffs. So let's go. Let's get into it. So yeah, here's the current playoff bracket as it stands. I mean, Briggs is a wagon. There's no way he's not having the 1 seed. And if I stay at the 7 seed, that's perfect for me because I don't want to play him. And then we got Rag and Pouchon, Rob, and Ish. I can finish, I think, anywhere right now in between the 10th spot and the 4th spot because I can't pass Briggs, I can't pass Cal, but Rob and Pouchon play. I'll pass the winner of that if I win. And if Ish loses, I pass him. And if Rag loses, I might pass him. So I can still, it's so absurd. But yeah, that's the playoff picture right now. It's sure to change. We got a bunch of teams 1 game back. All right, first matchup of the week. I'm going to start with what is probably the most important for playoff implications. We got 6 and 7 Brett versus 6 and 7 Clay. Clay, a little fall from grace here. Lost to me last week in an absolute fucking. And he's predicted to lose, but that's only because he has Zach Wilson in the starting lineup instead of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's projected 20, I think, and Zach Wilson's projected like 12 because he's horrible. So once Lamar gets in, this is going to be a pretty even matchup. The Cowboys with the Eagles defense, I like CeeDee Lamb because the Eagles secondary sucks, but Tony Pollard might get bottled up. I like Jake Ferguson. I mean, yeah, just big on the Cowboys. I can't bet against Brett here. Ezekiel Elliott's the number 1 back, but New England's not going to score any points. So, I mean, I got to go Brett here, which really scares me because he's one of the few teams that has a tiebreaker over me. So if I lose, Brett wins. He might get in over me. But yeah, it's got to be Brett here. Better lineup. ETN in the flex is a crazy thing to do. I love it. All right, so this game is kind of cruel, actually. So Hayden's locked into our last place punishment. Briggs is right now in the 1 seed, and he would have to lose and Cal would have to win for him to not be the 1 seed. So we got worst versus first, and holy shit. I mean, Briggs is projected 132 points. I don't know if he's going to start, if Justin Jefferson is back or if they're on bye. Are they on bye? I don't know. They're on bye. Okay. But he's still, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, obviously I'm going to pick Briggs to win this, but you can do it, Hayden. Plucky underdog. Go out in the season on a high note before you have to do a punishment and be ridiculed for the next 6 months. You've gotten the number 1 pick in the draft all 3 years and you haven't done anything with it, Hayden. This is your championship game. Win it. Do us all a favor. All right, so this game is fairly important. Cal's already locked into a high seed in the playoffs, but a loss would bump him maybe out a second, but not that it really matters. And Sutton still has a chance at the playoffs. I think it's a 2% chance just because everyone has a tie. He's 6 and 7 right now, but he has a tiebreaker over very, very few people. And he's playing the number 2 team. I mean, I'm going to spoiler alert here. I'm picking Cal because Fantasy Jesus is going to run all over the Seahawks. Keenan Allen is going to play well, I think. If Taysom Hill plays even more, Madison could be back. I don't know. Yeah, I'm taking him. I thank God Sutton has put A-Chain in. And Mostert, I like starting both of them. Why not? Eckler's ass, though. Devontae Smith against Dallas might not be great. I love all the Seahawks all the San Fran players, but I don't know. I've learned to not bet against Cal at this point. I'm sorry, Sutton, but here we are. All right, another game that means a whole lot for one side and a whole lot of nothing for the other side. As Scott has the most injury-ridden team I think I've ever seen. He has 4 different people on IR, Tank Dell, You can see Mark Andrews, but then he has 2 more below that. He has 3 people that are questionable and 1 person that's out. I don't even think he has enough people to put a full roster in. But if he can find someone to replace Christian Kirk and Tank Dell, I think he's got a real shot at winning this. You know what? I'm picking Scott. My last stupid Scott upset of the year. I'm doing it just for the memories. I think I've picked Scott almost every week this year, which just feels stupid. That's got to be where like half my losses come from. But yeah, I think Hawkinson. Oh, Minnesota's not on a bye. I'm an idiot. Brake should probably start Jefferson then if he's playing. Hawkinson is going to tear up Vegas's defense. If Derrick Henry plays, Miami, their defenses look pretty good, but I think he'll still play good. Yeah. Garrett Wilson with Zach Wilson throwing the ball. I'm taking Ish here. I hope it's a close game, and I hope Scott wins because that would really help me because then I'd pass Ish in the rankings if I win. So come on, Scott. I need this. I'm going to call you tomorrow and make sure you set your lineup. All right, another pretty big game here. Maish is sitting at a 10% chance of making the playoffs. So that's not great, but he's still got a chance. He needs to win this, and this would be kind of big. Rag's already in the playoffs, but it has implications for seeding because he could fall down. He could fall a couple spots here. He has Dobbs to replace Kyler Murray with, so he's going to be close. It's going to be close projected here, but I think I am going to pick Rag, actually. Bijan and Kamara, great matchups. Ridley's matchup's not great, especially with Trevor Lawrence out, but he can replace him with Addison, who gets to go against Vegas. Thielen against New Orleans, just a lot of good matchups. Metcalf against San Fran is so tough. Cook against that Kansas City defense is tough. I kind of hope Maish wins. It would be bad for me playoff-wise, but it would be fucking hilarious, especially since when he was 3-7, he was like, I'm going to the playoffs, just with no logic to back it up, and now here he is. So I'm picking Rag, rooting for Maish. Good luck, little fella. All right. It's not the most important matchup of the week, but this is the matchup of the week. 2 8-5 teams. They're both already in the playoffs, but one of them is going to fall to 8-6 and be sneaky on the edge of the playoffs, but still in. Pouchon is a slight favorite, mostly due to the fact that Brian Robinson Jr. is probably not going to play. So Rob has had to default to playing the 4th or 5th best running back on the Ravens, if you count Lamar. This team is basically just CeeDee Lamb. At this point, I think he's projected like 30 points or something. It's absurd. So I'm going Pouchon here. Kieran Williams has looked awesome. Even Chuba Hubbard looked good last week. I don't know what that's about. Devontae Adams playing Minnesota's defense is great. I like Pouchon's team a little bit better in this matchup, which automatically makes me think that Rob is going to absolutely fucking destroy him. So that sucks. So here it is. Rooting for Pouchon, picking Pouchon, but Rob's probably going to win. Good luck. All right, Reagan called me mid-recording of this matchup, and it just deleted. Thank God it didn't delete the whole video, because this is the last matchup I'm doing. But anyway, last matchup. Me versus Mikosi. Mikossi's not playing for anything. I was kind of hoping he would just sneaky throw in the towel for me. You know what? Why not just keep Ramondre Stevenson in the lineup? Why not just not start a kicker? But no, I respect it. But I'm projected to win. He's starting 2 really, really bad running backs, but his wide receivers are really good. DJ Moore against the Detroit defense. Oh. Nico Collins is now legitimately wide receiver 1 because Tank Dell's gone. Brock Purdy is a great start. I'm just going to walk through this. Quarterbacks cancel each other out. I'm going to say wide receivers cancel each other out. I'm being gracious because I think Debo and Mike Evans are a little better. He's got a better tight end. I've got a better flex. And I think I have better running backs. I'm so nervous I'm going to lose this and ruin my playoff hopes, but I think I'm going to win. I think my boys get it done. Josh Jacobs' legacy game. Rumors from the locker room are he's very excited to be on my team. I think he's going to play his ass off. And there you go. There are the final week predictions. It's huge week. There's like 6 people fighting for those last 2 spots. We need it. And I am so excited for this weekend. I don't have to watch the commies. I just get to root on my fantasy players. It's going to be fantastic. I'll see you in the recap. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck.